How's it going, Jason and guys and bars? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you 7 tips and tricks that will help you along your pixel car racer journey, whether you're a beginner and just started the game, or you're already at end game. Basically you have millions and millions and millions of dollars and you're building whatever you want. There is sure to be something in here that you find useful, and if you do find something useful, or you find something you've never known, or if you're just feeling kind, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel out and it means the world. And just a quick sub story here. I just want to say thank you everyone so much for all the support I've received recently on this channel. I think it was about a month and a half ago I was on not even 1,500 subscribers, and now we are almost on 4,500, which is absolutely insane. Thank you everyone so much. Just imagine what we could hit if all the viewers actually subscribed, I'm just saying, thank you very much. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's jump straight into today's video. So 7 tips. Now the first 2 are actually going to be on this menu screen here. So the first thing that you want to do, if you haven't done this already, is go down to options, and as you start the game, your shifting or your options on the right side will be like so. So your upshift and downshift will be your upshift will be on the right side, your downshift will be on the left side. You immediately, the first thing you do is you want to change it to inverted. So you want to have the upshift on the left and downshift on the right. Basically what this does is that your accelerator will be on the right side of your screen, and it is a pain in your backside if you want to try and shift and use the accelerator with the same hand, because chances are you'll slip off the accelerator, you won't go anywhere, and then you'll lose the race, which can be very annoying, especially if you're in the final of a tournament. So definitely make sure to switch that, so you use your left hand to upshift. This is only on mobile devices, by the way. It doesn't matter to me because I'm on an emulator on PC. But if you are on a mobile device, make sure to switch that around. It also helps as well because you can use the left hand for the NOS and the shift button, which is really easy to do. So the next tip I have for you is actually in your profile. So when you're in this menu screen, in the top right, you'll see this little player icon. Click that and you'll see a whole range of stuff. You see your character, you'll see your name, badges, and all that sort of stuff. But I want you to pay attention to this section here, your cash and XP level and stat points. Every time you level up, you will gain 1 stat point that you can put into either XP level or cash level. So a lot of people will say keep these equals, to do 1 level cash, 1 level XP, 1 level cash, 1 level XP, etc, and keep them even as you play. This is not a bad tip, but there is a better way to do it. The way I did it is I just dumped everything that I had into XP as much as I could. The reason for this is your cash level only changes the amount of money that you earn in free run races. It doesn't change the amount of money you get from tournaments. That is always fixed amount. You will always earn whether it be, I think it's like 50,000, 200,000 or a million in the tournaments. So what you want to do is put all your levels into XP. Now the reason for this though is because every time you level up, you will earn a crate. And I'm 99% sure if you upgrade your XP, you will get more XP from tournaments as well as free run. So it affects tournaments as well, but cash does not. Every time you level up, you will get a crate, and where you can just go ahead and sell for items for money. Let's see if I don't actually have any, which is a bit of a shame. However, anything that you get in those crates, chances are they're going to be worth more than you will get if you did a race in free run. So always make sure to max cap your level to level 50 at XP, and then work on your cash. And you can only put 50 levels in each, so once you hit level 100 you should have max in both. And the next tip I have for you guys is how to launch your car properly. I've seen many different variations on this. However, this is the best way to launch a car. There are 2 main ways: is launch control and without launch control. So how I mainly use the non-launch control, because it's a bit easier and most of the time it's faster if you use launch control, but that does not work for every car. Some cars are faster with launch control, so play around with that. I will show you how to set it up later in the video. So how do you launch your car properly? So when you're in the tournament, you'll have a brief period of time where you can heat your tires. The heating your tires will be the next tip. So yeah, don't worry, I will cover that as well. And a lot of the time, people will hold their brake like this, and then when it says go, they'll just launch like this. They'll launch from first and stand still with no revs whatsoever, which is honestly a terrible, terrible way to launch, because you don't get any immediate speed, and chances are you're going to lose the race. So how do you launch properly? So you go into neutral, and then you redline the engine, and then as it says 3, 2, 1, you want to use your NOS and time it right. And as your NOS is going, if you launch, you can see there that we launch a hell of a lot quicker than we do if we just put the throttle down if you're in first gear and at standstill. It's a lot, much quicker. So we'll show it to you one more time. We go into neutral, you redline the engine, and then you upshift into first. And then in that case, just go 3 gears and then finishing the race. However, make sure you time your NOS correctly. In where you got the time where you heat up your tires in the tournament, and then you'll hear a beep, and then it will say 3, 2, 1, go. You want to use your NOS just before the 3, 2, 1, go, or as it says 3, 2, 1, go. And if you do it right, just as soon as your NOS starts, you should be able to launch. Then having your NOS like the entire length of the race, which is about, I think it's a quarter mile. You should have NOS practically in the entire race, and always maximizing on your power. So that is how you launch in the regular neutral. I'm getting bombarded by police, so we're going to reset this real quick. Okay, so that is how you launch in without launch control. I'm going to show you now how to launch with, and this actually ties into a second, another tip that I have for you. It's how to do 2-step, but I'll cover that in a minute. So launch control is essentially exactly the same as without, except it's got one extra step. So normally you'll go neutral and you redline it, but instead you want to go into first and use your clutch. Now your clutch is the bottom left pedal. You can see I'm like flickering it there, and the left, the one next to that is your brake, and then obviously the one on the right is your accelerator. Instead of don't make the mistake and press the brake, because if you do that, and then you won't go anywhere. Well, you won't go anywhere quickly. Hold your clutch, redline the engine in first. Thank you so much for crashing into me. Let's try that again. Clutch down, redline the engine, and then let go, and then you'll launch like that. I do hope that makes sense. I will go through one more time. So clutch down, redline the engine, release clutch. That's all you do. That's as simple as that. Now sometimes it does work better for other cars. I found typically launch control does work well for all-wheel drive cars, since they are naturally better at launching anyway. So the additional bonus of launch control, then there's a very high chance that you're going to win any race you do. So that is very, very nice indeed. So I am going to reset this because you've got one more tip that I would like to show you real quick. So I'm going to assume that when you're in tournaments, your cars don't normally spit flames like this. You'll see an occasional flame here and there, stuff like that, you know, not very many. But what if I told you you can actually have 2-step on your car? So you can spit flames like this. Just constant flames. Just spewing out the back of your car. What if I told you you can do that? Well, you can only do it with the 2-step ECUs, and the best ECU in the game is like the VX Plus Type R Flux, or Type R VX Flux, something like that. Best ECU in the game, and it also has launch control and 2-step. Now you do it exactly the same way as you would do launch control, except you just don't launch. So you clutch down, redline it, and then you'll have a ton of flames coming out the back of your car, just like so. So that is how you 2-step in Pixel Car Racer. Okay, and the next tip I have for you is how to heat your tires properly, resulting in a much better launch each time if you get it correct. So how do you do this? So in the top left corner you'll see the tire heat like progress bar, like this sort of slider thing. At the start of every drag race, you will be asked to heat up your tires. Now just bear in mind, this does not work for all-wheel drive cars, because you can't heat up your tires in all-wheel drive cars. It only works for front wheel and rear wheel drive. Now most people will assume that when you heat up your tires, you want to do it until it hits the green bar like that, and then let go. Now, this is not actually the way to do it, because you'll see that once we launch, the tire heat was much lower than it should have been. So how do we fix this? Well, it's actually quite simple, and it's very, very obvious. Well, actually no, it's not obvious. It's very simple to do. That was a wrong choice in words. So when you heat up your tires, you'll see 4 bars, right? And you want to go heat up your tires until you get to about a quarter way through the final bar, about here, right? And once you get to here, just stop revving your car. Just absolutely stop it. And then once you get to the launch, you can see that we were almost dead on the optimum tire temperature for launching, and then we'll get a better launch. So if you get it right, you get your launch right, you get your reaction time correct, you can achieve very, very good times with whatever your car you're using, as long as it's not all-wheel drive. Well, they are the best drive terrain to use in Pixel Car Racer. You just can't warm your tires up, because you can't spin all 4 wheels and stay stationary. Okay, so this tip isn't actually like game changing. It won't earn you any money or anything like that. It's not do this or you're a bad player. It's nothing like that. It's just a cool little thing that is in the game that I actually didn't know of until about half an hour before recording this video. When you're in cruise mode, you'll see all these like different AI cars, and they'll just, well, it's cruise mode, so they'll be cruising, right? And I bet you anything, you would try to line up next to them and try to race them, but they just don't race. They don't accelerate, right? However, there is actually a way to get them to race. So you see that little hazard sign in my... Oh, that car's just phased through one another. He's going up and down. Hello, sir. You see that little hazard button down on like my dash, right? Yeah, like the red triangle. Yeah, there you go, that one. That button will actually signal or initiate a race in cruise. So if you press that button a few times, a crown will pop up above the AI, and he will just absolutely full send it, and you can actually have a race with the AI, which I think is pretty damn cool. So I will show you now. So we're lined up next to this Camaro, right? I'm going to wait until this one AI we go past. Come on, thank you. All right, there we go. So we're lined up next to this Camaro, and I'll press the hazards, and you'll see that a crown will pop up above the his AI, and it will just absolutely full send it. This has initiated a street race in Pixel Car Racer, so I do hope we can actually beat him. It doesn't look like we are. No, we get beaten by a Camaro. Lovely. Well, that's embarrassing. But yeah, as you guys saw there, if you use your hazard sign, you can see me like pressing it there. It'll do a little like beeping noise, which I think is pretty cool. And then you'll initiate a race in the cruise mode. Now, the last tip I have for you is a pretty damn insane one. I did cover it in the last video, in the best tournament cards video. If you haven't watched that, make sure to go watch it down below after you watch this video. But I will just cover it again quickly, because it is a game changer. Literally. So, just for demonstration, I have got one of the heaviest cars in the game, right? This minivan, I've got no clue what it is. I'm assuming it's like a Toyota or something, right? So, I've got this minivan. I've fully customized it and everything like that, right? And I've put a very, very special tune on it. This is the monstrosity of a tune that we're going to be using, right? So, we've maxed out every single gear and final drive except from second, right? Now, this tuning will trick the AI into never shifting out of second. It will also guarantee you the win in any tournament that you do, whether it be the Light Cup, the Semi-Pro, or the like the Pro Cup. It doesn't matter what cup it is, doesn't matter what car you use, you will always win. All right, so we're going to give you a demonstration. So we're just lined up, and just to prove it, right? I'm not even gonna launch properly. Oh my god, this car's horrendous. So look, the car's getting ahead, and look at that. It just sort of stopped. Now, just make sure you never shift out a second. If you don't shift out a second, you're golden, right? We've got 17.212 seconds, and you can see the AI is moving ridiculously slow. Like, That can't be more than 50 miles an hour.
20 minutes later.
And he's gonna cross, he barely crossed the line, there we go. So look, the AI got a time of 32 seconds. 32 seconds, and well, we got a time of 17. I was going to say, and we still beat it, but if you got a time of 32, it's kind of hard not to beat it. Okay, so semi-finals, we're up against an R34 GTR. One of the best cars in the game to use for tournaments, especially if you use a decent tune on it. And just to prove it, we're not even going to, we're even going to let him get a head start. Right? And a 5-second head start, look at that. So we're shifting to second, and we will not shift out of second. We're not even going to use NOS. See, look at that. We're topping out at 128 miles an hour. And we won. This is what I mean. Like, this tune is insane. It will guarantee you the win each time. Now, I'm not going to do the final race because I value my sanity. We're going to wait for this AI to finish, though. Jesus Christ. But as long as you have that tune on any car, you will automatically win any race you get. And you can actually use this on repeat over and over and over and over and over again to guarantee you wins and make millions and millions and millions of dollars in Pixel Car Racer. And that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does mean the world. And just a really quick little note, I do now have a Discord that if you guys want to do, come and join. It is in the description below. Just click that link, go over to Discord, and you will join my server completely free. There is no like pay. No, you don't have to. Yeah, it's completely free. It's just a community. Come and join us. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-da.
I just need a moment to give a little more, to feel a little more before I open my eyes. It feels like I was chosen.